Hello, all. Mail call. This is probably going to be my last video for a couple weeks because this is the last thing I have ordered from eBay. And since my wife's going to be losing her job at the end of February, I don't think I'll be ordering anything unless she finds another job or something. So, because she was told this weekend that her job, the company that she works for, the Lionsgate bus is not going to be running anymore. And I'm like, that's fine because they gave her a hard time when she wanted vacation. The sad thing is, for the last 4 years she's worked for this company, she gets no paid vacation, no sick time, no benefits. And I always harped about it on her. I was like, you're working full time for this company and they give you no bennies. Yes, you get, good pay, but they get no benefits. If it wasn't for my workman's comp to my work, giving our family having benefits, we wouldn't have anything. Well, today like I said, the boss called her up and she's been like going nuts trying to find a job because we have T-minus 28 days, a little over 30 days, 28 days in February before that's over with. So this was the last thing I had ordered on eBay. And since I bought those, my dad got me those books. I told him I'd pay him back the money. So tomorrow when I get paid, I'm gonna give him $60, $50 towards the stuff he bought me yesterday, and then some of the money towards the first batch of stuff that he bought. I'm proud of my grandson Keegan. His report card, he improved across everything, so I'm happy there because his first report card was atrocious. It's only one book. Oh, what is this? Greetings, Mr. Carnival. Thank you for your purchase. We appreciate. I included a little something extra for a fellow Pittsburgher. I was born and raised in South Hills. Enjoy the comic. Take care. Regards. Oh, wow. Come on, don't. This is a nice little postcard. Even though he wrote on it, it's still a nice little postcard and a message he gave me. And he gave me a Wonder Woman magnet. Cool. That'll go on downstairs refrigerator. I bought this Spiderman $2.95. So now I have 208 to 3. Got like 150 book run now. I would like to get from 200 to the end. I'm going to probably work on, but who knows when I'll get around to doing it. I was bidding on 200, 201, 202, 205. But I kept getting outbid on 200. 200 was going for like 30, 40 bucks. I was like, no, that's crazy. I didn't pay that for number 55. Especially I was getting outbid and it was only in very good condition. I was like, wow. But and for some strange, I thought I had this book, but see, like I said, I should have had every book from 1986 to 1992. I should have every Marvel, DC, and Image comic book from that 6-year time span, and a lot of them just disappeared. So, I'm just flabbergasted when I'm looking for books that I know that came out in that time span. Like this one, this is a 1987 issue, so I should have had it, and they're gone. Because that's what I had on my pull list. I mean, I used to spend a couple $100 a week. My whole check, and you can ask guys that used to hang out with me, and they'll say, yeah, Joe get his go come to work, get his check, and go right to the comic book store. That was my Friday, because that comics was on Tuesday. Every Friday they would come out, Friday afternoon. Boom, I would be there at the comic book store. Boom, voila. I don't know when they changed it to Tuesdays. And it's funny because now when I say the word Tuesday, all I keep thinking about is the movie Norbit, where Eddie Murphy was going, Tuesday, 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 when he was going on a date. And he was seeing the girl that he grew up with. And I love it when Rasputia goes, better shut up or you're never going to see Wednesday. That movie, my daughter was obsessed with that movie, and she used to be able to recite it word for word, verse for verse. Oh gosh, especially the turkey ass joke. I'm sorry I had a curse, but that was. But yeah, just like for Amazing Spider-Man, I mean, up to the end, I think I need like 25 issues to finish a certain number to the end. Same thing for like Iron Man. I only need a certain number for Volume 1. Probably a lot of the Volume 1s of Marvels. If I already like actually went down and made a list, because like I said, I bought a lot of books. A lot of books. I didn't amass 34,000 books just because, you know. In fact, with the lot that I just bought, I gotta go. I put 6 of the books up on eBay. Basically what I paid for them, and I just like, if I get what I get for them, that's fine. It's funny because the Silver Surfer number 8, I started bidding at $5. The Silver Surfer 11 or 12, I forgot what number it was, I started bidding at $3. One of them I started at $1. Most of them were like, two of them I started at $5. A couple of them I started at $3. One of them I started at $1, and I think one of them started at $2. So it's like, you know, the 6 of them, and then also I just picked up one of the other one, the out of the lot. I'll end up having another Silver Surfer I'll be putting up eventually. So, and when I get all those books bagged and boarded and actually get into the comic, because I think I stuck them in the comic. I actually think that I needed them all except for the Silver Surfer issue. So, because that Daredevil that had to cut out, that I was like, you know, disgusted with. I was like, oh my god, the guy cut out Daredevil. I had the issue, so I was like, I'm actually going to give that to Keegan to read. Because it was funny because me and my dad sat down, and he took me to breakfast after he bought the books for me. We were sitting and we were discussing, because y'all know I talk about my godson, Christopher. And for the longest time, I had hopes that he be the one that would inherit my collection. And I actually had, you know, I traded Vin Carew, my Silver Surfer. I think I traded in my one Silver Surfer number 2. Originally, Christopher was supposed to get a lot of my double books. And I mean, I had a lot of Silver Age doubles that he was supposed to get, and I ended up selling them and trading them away over the years because he showed no interest in them. I would come up and no, he had no interest in them all. So I was like, yeah, okay. And if he had interest in them, if he actually, you know, took the books and read them, I would have gave him my collection. Well, then Lexi, I had my daughter, and it's like, okay, try her. I started buying SpongeBob books, My Little Pony, Powerpuff Girls. That didn't last long. No, she got into manga, but that didn't last long. Everything's like it's a vicious cycle with her. I don't know what it is with kids nowadays. It's like their attention span is terrible. She wanted ferrets. We went out, bought ferrets. Now she's allergic to them. She don't want them. I take care of them. I love the 3 little poingers. They drive me nuts. I bring them in my room to get some rec time. They steal my shoes. They steal the remote for the television set. I gotta go looking under every. Gotta look underneath the bed. all the furniture because they hide it. And it's funny because my wife's one dresser is got they can go up into it, and it's funny because if I want to really find them and if I don't see them running around, all you gotta do is go up, open the top drawer, and there they are sleeping. They go in and they lay amongst her. My wife's got a CPAP machine, so they lay amongst her stuff for the CPAP machine. And I just shake my head. Because at one point, my wife used to have all her extra jewelry laying around. So I had an old shoebox. I stuck all the stuff into a shoebox and put it on top of her armoire. Because her armoire is full with just costume and junk jewelry. I'm like... Because my wife was supposed to get all my mom's jewelry when my dad went. And my dad sold it all and stuck all the money into my daughter's IRA. And then he also went and spent some of it. So I was like, yeah. But what he couldn't sell, he gave my daughter a jade ring, and my daughter's like all ecstatic because she went on eBay and saw the same jade ring, and they started like $350. Because my mom had a set diamond earrings, diamond necklace, jade earrings, jade necklace, everything. It was just my mom. She had a set of everything. In fact. Today's the 27th, in 4 days, my mom will be dead 16 years. I used to have a contest every year, but it's like hardly anybody started, doing this. So I was like, if I don't have the entries. In fact, the last time I held it, I had 6 people enter it, and I gave away 3 prizes. So it's like, when I started it, I had like 60-some people doing it. And I was like, yeah, that was good. So it's like, I gave 10, it was like a 10%. I gave, I think the first time I did, I gave 3 prizes away. And it was like people had a 5% chance of winning something small, something big, or whatever. But, plus, to a lot of my good stuff, I've traded away. I've given a lot of stuff away. Because it does nothing good sitting around. In fact, that's what the lady that's why she sold me, though. I guess, as long as you make money on it, you make money. That's why I'm thinking about all these comic book stores. It ain't bad if you're a museum. It's like say you're an art gallery, right? It's good to have this stuff shown and put prices on it. But if you're a comic book store and the stuff sits there and 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 you don't move it, it's a burden. On a business standpoint, well, see, that's the thing. That's the one thing I was a business major in high school and college, and that's the thing that always bothered me about all these comic book stores. Now, when stuff is out, there should be a time limit when they're allowed. Like, when new releases come out. And even, because the stuff is always never done by the month. The thing is, there's always pre-release stuff. It should be that cover date till the month it is on the cover. After that month, that's when they should start charging above. That should be the law. Because this crap about, it's scarce, and all of a sudden they start jacking the price up is a bunch of crap. Because how many things come out, go skyrocketing so high because they inflate the demand because they themselves limit the product. Basically, they create a Ponzi scheme, basically, or what do they call the thing with the stocks? They short stock. They short. I can't remember the name of it, but they do that, and then all of a sudden, a couple years later, it should be. That's what they should do. That's why, like when I got those things, I could have been like a normal comic book store. Graded the book. Said, okay, here's what a book's for. I'm gonna put the price tag on that. No. All I really much want out of the books is what I paid for them and 20%. And I figure the biggest thing that the hardest part about is doing the god darn fees. Because it's hard to do the shipping because every time I go with the eBay shipping, and they'll tell me, oh, it's supposed to weigh 6 ounces. And they'll go, oh, only $3. And I'll take it to the postman, right? And then they'll say, well, it costs $6 to mail it. And I'm like, well, I only charged the guy $3 and some cents to mail it. Well, no, that's how much this. So anymore when I do it, I put down 1 pound 6 ounces, because it seems like, because on top of that, eBay should not charge you a final value on the shipping. They should only charge their fee based on what the final sale price of the item is. Not with the shipping. The shipping, that's on you. I mean, they're making more money. They're making, on the shipping on top of that. And you figure when a person pays you via PayPal or whatever thing, they take it on the full price you're getting. So you're getting, so that 20%, you make, that's the thing right there. Because just like on the glasses I was selling a couple years ago, I ended up taking a loss on like 3 or 4 of them. That's why I don't have any of them up anymore. It's because I was losing money on them. That's why I think eventually I will have a store down the road. I'll just add on to my house. I'll get a loan and add it on to my house. I'll install some kind of, for electricity, it'll be, I'll probably go solar and wind or geothermal. I do know where I am at. I get sun throughout the day from when it comes up to when it goes down. Actually, the sun goes right over my house. But that's down the road. Because if it was up to my wife, I'd have all my collection gone. But see, if I'm going to do a store, I'm going to do it like a museum / if it's in my collection and somebody wants to buy it, they're going to pay for it. If it's a double, then it's like, okay, here, it cost me $1. Give me $1.50 for it. This is how much it's worth. Say it's worth $3. Give me $1.50. I make $1.50 or whatever. That's what I plan to do. Because it does no good sitting. My collection's my collection. Stuff that's out on the shelf, whatever, boom, it goes. And the variants, I'm not going to do with these companies and sell the variant as the variant issue. If a guy subscribes, as I'm pulling it, if he's the 50th guy that ordered it, he gets the 1 in 50th variant. It's a random thing. I'm Todd making a King Joe video. Oh, yeah. Okay, my daughter makes fun of me. The guy who I bought this book for, he sent me a magnet. Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, here we go. Tell him what you make fun of me. Tell him it. Say it out loud. Say it.
Really?
Yeah, say it.
Okay, fine. Oh, Wonder Woman. Choke me with your invisible whip.
Yeah.
Mom does too.
Yeah.
This.
Him. That's he wrote me up on a postcard.
I thought it was like
It was a thank you card.
64 pages of thrills. I thought it was like one of those things they open up and it comes
No.
with a whole bunch of stickers.
No, he
What's
sent me
this?
that's a Spiderman comic. I need it. I have now issue 208.
This $2.95.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I actually have now over 100 issues, 150 issues of Spider-Man in a row. Amazing Spider-Man.
And the only thing I collect are crystals.
Bullshit. I already had a talk with them how
Crystals,
you wanted
Raptors.
SpongeBob comics and My Little Pony and Powerpuff Girls, and you got into
I was like,
you got into anime. I got you fairy tale and all this, and everything's with you
Yeah,
is
I
fads.
I still read.
Now she's into vinyl, and she thinks paying $30 is good prices for vinyl. I said, you know what? Not for me, and a lot of you out there who watch my videos who grew up on records know $30 ain't cheap for a vinyl record.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna buy them on eBay.
No, even that's not a good price. In fact, tomorrow I have to replace the Mamas and the Papas album that was my parents.
We're supposed
Because,
to return the Fleetwood Mac Rumors vinyl. I've been waiting.
yes, we will go this weekend and you will return your Rumors record to Target.
Are you sure it's even returnable?
You should let them know. She got Rumors for Christmas. And when she got it, it's warped. It doesn't play. So,
Well, yeah, it sucks. It works. It just doesn't sound like. There's different parts of Stevie Nicks that sound okay,
yeah,
and
it
then it
sounds
weird. Yeah, like you can
So-
hear the first song that pops on. I literally the first second that it starts to play, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound correct.
But, yeah, everything's fast. We bought her a guitar when we went to Niagara Falls.
And I still use it.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
just
in her room.
downstairs
Yeah,
because
everything she never
Keegan
uses
touches
anymore.
it. Keegan touches
Everything
it.
she doesn't use anymore does not go in her room. It's one of these things where, boom, out. The computer downstairs. Her guitar downstairs. It's just, I'm running out of room real bad. It's like, I constantly trying to like finagle. It's like, well, your father can fit 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. I'm like, yeah, but eventually that's got to stop. Because you keep giving me more 10 pounds and the 5-pound bag is overflowing. Because I'm running out of room. The comic book room upstairs, it is. I probably have enough room probably for another 7,000 comics, and I'll probably end up having to start putting lids on the boxes and having to constantly, that'll kill my back, and I'm not looking forward to that. Because right now I like how it looks, where I can just constantly go through and move. When I have to start putting lids on and stacking, that's when it's like, yep, I think it's time, The video games downstairs and the movies, yes, I am out of room there. That's why I was trying to build storage containers, which ended up being a fiasco. Probably going to have Stanley do it for me, get in touch with him. Probably when it gets a little warmer, I'm just going to give him what I have and see if he can fix to where it actually looks a lot better. Because he told me I did a halfway decent job, but I was like, yeah, I'd rather have a professional do it. That was my first attempt, me and my dad's first attempt. But a lot of weird stuff. I keep seeing a lot of stuff on my phone popping up on Facebook about the CW and DC with this woke stuff. And I believe comics should be for everybody, not just specific. I believe that they should stay out of politics, stay out of, that's why I was upset when Batman slept with Catwoman. I used to like the whole thing where it was up to your imagination on what was happening. Are you ready to do your homework? Okay. You want to say thank you all for viewing and subscribing? No? Well, I gotta go do... Yeah, even he makes fun of me about the Wonder Woman stuff. No respect. Rodney Dangerfield had it right. But I won't get into the woke stuff and the whole thing. But the CW and Warner Brothers is in some financial problems. And I've been saying for years, let them keep going. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. And, they're all going to do it. They're going to all price themselves out of business one way or another, so... Like I said, there's enough stuff already out there you can collect from your 15 to the day you die, and you'll still won't have every issue that was ever made from the 1930s to this date. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, put it on the refrigerator or freezer, and then come back up. But that's my opinion. You know, I'm entitled to it, just like anybody else is entitled to theirs. I, you know, I listen to people. I respect people's opinion. You know, everybody, you know, out there, you know, they know. I listen. You know, I sit there. Do I like everything that ever comes out? No. You know, like movie wise. Do I like all the Marvel movies? I watch them. Do I like everything about them? No. A movie
playing on her account.
At a movie standpoint, they're good films
And Lexi
to a
flipped
point,
me
technically, because you see, as a movie standpoint, I think the movie should still be a stilled image. As a comic book fan, as a real Marvel, you know, that's how Marvel history and all that. Do they stick to the true Marvel, how Marvel is? No. They constantly have to rewrite it and be, you know, how this person, we have to make, you know, no. But that's how it is. Gotta go. Kids are crying. So, thank you all for viewing and subscribing. King Joe out.